And we are recording. This is Craig Helm. I'm a realtor and marketing consultant with Charles Rutenberg Realty. And on this call, I have Chad Sorci, who is the president of SmartHouse Lending. And
Hey, Craig.
hi, Chad. Chad's been in the mortgage business for what, almost 27 years now?
Yeah, it's time goes by fast. Seen a lot of changes, but as far as what's been going on with the COVID virus and lending programs, I just wanted to tell you about it a little bit briefly.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just
Okay.
in lieu of what's going on right now, the current market that we're in and the environment that we're in with the coronavirus, and go ahead and discuss. You can discuss your program, what effects the coronavirus has had on your business and the programs too. What qualifications that people have to consider or reconsider when they look for a loan, like credit score changes, proving income, anything that's relevant to getting a mortgage. Okay, so take it away, Chad.
All right. Well, we definitely have seen some of the lenders tighten up their lending guidelines. Some lenders have, lowered their credit scores. Increased their credit scores. Before, you could go down to like a 500 credit score for FHA or VA. Now we've seen lenders, we're at a 580 credit score.
Okay.
For self-employed borrowers, I've seen some of the lenders, a lot of them actually, are having lender overlays to protect the investors, because they're looking at, showing proof that the self-employed borrower is still, getting sales. And they're really taking a good look at doing a strong due diligence on the self-employed borrower's business. One of the clients I had closed earlier this month, they asked for proof of sales, invoices, and deposits into their bank account, showing that they've been receiving money currently and that their account, their business hasn't been affected. As you know, a lot of people are furloughed, unemployed right now, and it's a sad thing, and hopefully we all rebound fast and get things going sooner than later. But, we all want to be careful and not take this lightly.
Right.
Sad to see, what's been going on. Nothing I've ever seen in my life, and I'm sure you as well. One of my other customers, is an accountant, and I says, well, are you still doing business? And he says, yes. I said, it shouldn't be a problem then. Been in business for 2 years. We have seen a couple new programs come out. There are some bank statement loan programs that were gone for about a month, and all of a sudden the investors are back on board with it, and they've tightened up a little bit more, maybe 25%.
Right.
Bank statement loan purchase, whereas before, it was like 10% down. So BA, I have a veteran that called me today, and he was inquiring about purchasing a home next door. And I told him, I says, well, you have to call that an investment property. It's not a second home. The conventional, they were asking today, I confirmed 20% down on an investment property, conventional.
Right.
So a lot of different things are going to have to keep moving forward, stay positive, keep the faith. Anything, what about how things have been going with you in real estate? Tell me a little bit about what's been going on with you.
Yeah, what has probably the biggest change is the ability how we work with people, our clients, and not being able to meet them face to face, physically, directly. And so thank God we live in this time where the technology exists for the kind of tools that we have for doing virtual meetings. And what I'm starting doing this week and the rest of the week is virtual meetings with the for sale by owners. And basically I got a Zoom account, and I send them the link, and then they do a quick tour of their home, and then I make remarks on how I can assist them in their marketing of their property. In fact, what I did is I put together beforehand the marketing video of what they can do, what steps they can do, and services they can use to market their own home on their own. And it kind of breaks it down on what's available, what the cost is involved, the work involved, because it's not free. If you want to market a home right, there's some payment. You're going to pay some money to do it.
Right.
But the ultimate reward is that, number one, you expose your home to the opportune buyers, people who would be great candidates, a great fit for that home that you're trying to sell. You're not just throwing darts out there and hoping you hit a buyer that might be the opportune buyer. This way, if you use like a list broker, kind of like infodata.com, for example, and you can go out there and select and create what's called a select list. And it's all the buyers that you feel that would be a perfect match for your home. And you got this concentrated list of those kind of buyers. And so what you do with that is taking advantage of Facebook. If you haven't, create an account on Facebook, like a business page or whatever, and then create what's called a Facebook custom audience list. And you're marketing that home strictly to those buyers. And you can do it, like make a video, or you can put a static ad out there. Videos are probably be more appropriate. You can put a tour video of the home. You can make a marketing, you can show them what your home is, the features of your home, how it would be a great fit for you. But those are some of the things I put together. And it's only like a 12.5-minute video. I put everything as much as I could in there, and what's available and how they can go about marketing. But in the end, though, they'll probably say, "Oh, I can't do this on my own," and I'll be glad to do the heavy lifting for you. And,
Sure. I know you do a great job with your clients. The ones that you and I have worked on together. I want to give you a shout out there. You've always been
especially you too. And some of those loans are you try to make a buyer fit into a program, and you worked really hard to get that one buyer to fit into that program. They finance the property, and they got it done. And that was a seller and buyer that I had. This is a while back, but that was a thing where you had to determine what the full income was of that buyer, and then make it work, and it did. We found a home. They were able to move into it. So, but but financing is a big, huge part of it, and you really have to vet your buyers too. And if you're a good agent, it's one of the responsibilities. If you're on the buying side, if I'm a buyer's agent, it's one of my responsibilities to make sure that my client can buy the house. They can get mortgage, they can get a mortgage, and before even going out to look, it's not even worth looking for a house if they can't buy one. But it determines what they can buy. That's a big thing, and what kind of programs are available for them. That's why I have somebody like you I've known for quite a while, and I give you a call and say, yeah, could you look into give this guy a holler and run the numbers on him and see what he qualifies for. And then once that's done, then we can go out and look. But don't go out and look for a house unless you know that person, what their purchasing power is and what they can afford. But and that probably comes too when you're doing the refis on clients too. It's the same thing. Can they get a refi at a particular rate on a particular program, right?
Interest rates are still ultimately the best I've seen in a long time. Right. They're in the low threes right now in the 30-year. 3.25, 3.19. It fluctuates daily. I had an interview with my one LO yesterday, and we're talking about rates, and he's like, man, I don't see how all these lenders have rates are all over, up and down. And I says, well, it all just depends on, they lower the rates to bring in the volume, and then they get overwhelmed, bringing in too much. So then they increase their rates to kind of, let them get caught up. And, most of the lenders are basically doing that. I mean, when they get caught up, then they lower their rates. I mean, everybody thought the Feds dropped the rates to zero, and that we're going to have 0% interest rate for mortgage loans.
That's what people thought. It has nothing to do with it.
I know. So
because if I remember right, then you go off the 10-year Treasury bonds and the discount. What's the other factor that you consider? that they consider for rates?
Well, it's based the biggest factors is the credit score.
Right,
The number two, you got the loan to value, how
right,
much they owe on the home divided by the appraisal value of the home. So the collateral, how much equity they have in the home.
right,
A lot of people, they see these rates advertised online, but it's, a $250,000 loan amount scenario, closing costs, they see they don't read the fine print on what they're paying for closing costs. So, a lot of people are shopping online, which it's smart to do a due diligence and shop around. I actually think it's very smart for people to look around and shop for a mortgage.
right,
As a mortgage broker business, I tell my clients, I can shop around for you, to save you time. You think about how much your time is worth. I mean, as a full-time, this is what I do full-time. So if you have a job and you're, nurse, doctor, teacher, firefighter, policeman, and you're full-time at that job. So, I mean, I can do the shopping around for you to save you that time. And when I tell people, look at the value of your time, I mean, the difference from an interest rate of maybe 0.125, depending on the loan amount, it might only be $5 a month difference in your payment. So when you divide that $5 a month savings, I mean, it's pennies to the dollar. So when people get all caught up about the rates and they're like, oh, we're going to wait to refinance or buy because we want the rates to come down. Well, the cost of what they're losing, I mean, it's a shame, when you get away from the cost of what your time is worth, because values on the properties, whether they go up or down, I mean, interest rates, it's all going to balance out. And typically, if they're going to buy now, it's a win-win for them in a long-term investment. If they're looking at just doing a short-term, flip, let's say, on a home, it's kind of like I ask my clients, like, what are your goals with refinancing? Are you going to sell this home in a year? Because if so, it might not be worth you to refinance right now and pay these closing costs. I pride myself with my company. This is my business. I want to be around for a long time. I've had a lot of good mentors throughout my career. And, if you do the right thing by your client, they're going to refer you business and you'll have a long relationship. So, some lenders out there are very transactional. They're managed by fear by some of their, some of these lenders out there, they have management by fear tactics. I've worked for employers like that, and it's not a fun environment. I'm very grateful that I can work from home. I've been doing that for 3 years. I don't charge a lot of closing costs here. Our rates are wholesale. So, I'm blessed, man. And I know you've known me for a long time, and it's all about doing the right thing for your customer, and they'll refer you business and give you a good Google review online. So, I've been around for a long time.
I was going to interject some here. I was just looking at one of your cards, and it appears that you do most of the loan programs that are out there. That includes, FHA, conventional, VA loans, for veterans and so on. And then as far as your services go, you charge no lender fees, no processing fees. It's a personal concierge type of service, and fast closings are a result of what you're able to give your clients. And that says a lot, because a lot of these, some of these other lenders charge other fees, and you put everything up front.
Yeah, I'd like
this
to
is what
give
you're
them
going to
the
get,
option.
right?
I give them the option. I show them what their rate would be without underwriting lender fee.
Right.
That lender fee could be $1,050 and $950. We don't charge processing fees. I do all the processing on my loan, so that saves you another $500 to $700. So typically, I'm about close to $2,000 less in cost compared to some of the big banks or some of the big lenders.
Right.
And fast closings, man. We closed a refinance this month. We'll be funding tomorrow, 12 business days from the time that the client signed the application.
Right. Yep. That's
So
pretty
we
fast.
can do it pretty quick, man. And I pride myself on how quick we can get things done. Some people say, well, what's the rush? What are we doing this so? I'm like, well, rates change daily. They just, some lenders weren't allowing you to lock in interest rates at the time of application. So now some of the lenders are back on board with that. And, it's kind of good because we've seen some of the rates, they, fluctuated, 200 basis points in one day. So right now things are starting to, cool off a little bit. And I think we're going to be really busy between now and next year with mortgages. And, I think the purchase market's going to pick up here soon.
Well, I was going to say something too. We're in a kind of I mentioned it earlier, a unique situation where we can do pretty much all of our business virtually, because you can like e-signing for, electronic signing of documents.
Yeah.
Probably hold virtual meetings with your clients too. Plus you got the phone. You can always call them up.
Mm-hmm.
You do the majority of your business on the phone, just like the old days. Well, same here with me, but in real estate, what you run into is that people don't like to answer their phone, and the email in real estate, as far as from the contacting your clients, is the least effective, followed by text.
Mm-hmm.
But they found out that indirect contact, like Facebook marketing, videos are very effective. Facebook Messenger ads are very effective. They say Facebook Messenger ads get almost like a 90% open rate on them.
Oh, wow.
Versus email, what people just delete, or on your phone you try to leave a message, you never get. They just ghost you. They never call you back. But virtual meetings seem to be the way to go. And with virtual meetings, they're, because of the way people are, I don't want to, go in where somebody's sick, obviously, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So it's very receptive to do the 5-minute walkthrough Zoom meetings. Then I can go into my marketing. And this is what I need. This is what you need to do to sell your house. And I'll go ahead and send you my marketing video, and you can review it and get back to me, or I can follow up with you later on it. But as far as the housing market, they said there's going to be a shift. I think right now homes are at their peak value, and I suspect that the values or the price of homes will be dropping toward the fall, just the way things are working out because of the supply. It's a supply and demand market, and the supply may be moving back up because of the people's reluctance to sell right now, so that may have a tendency to artificially push up the supply of homes on the market, which means it won't be a seller's market so much as it will be, but it will be a buyer's market because of the price of homes. People will be buying homes again, in greater amounts. But I'm not sure what's going to happen. They run into problems with moving back to get the economy rolling again, and they have to do the quarantine again. I'm already doing it right now, so it doesn't really, but as far as my income goes, it makes it harder to make an income, make a living. But I have to convert everything over to virtual, which is an adjustment, a small adjustment. And there are people, I'm not saying everybody will be receptive to the virtual meetings, but there will be people who are receptive to the virtual meetings. You just have to keep working out. There's a lot of for sale by owners out there that are putting their houses on the market every day. And all you have to do is go out to Zillow and do the search on the newest, on the filter, and you'll see new houses today on the market that just got posted.
Oh, wow.
So there's our opportunity out there, for finding these these motivated sellers, and plus their phone numbers there. Just pick up the phone and call them, and then I have a marketing procedure that I walk through with them, and so they're so we can still work with people, and eventually, as far as closings, everything can be done pretty much virtually. As far as documentations and purchase agreements, everything can be done via email and e-signing. So from that standpoint, we're not out of the business. We just have to do it differently.
Yeah.
Because
I know the notaries are still going out to clients' homes, for closings. One of the lenders we work with, United Wholesale,
Okay.
they're set up depending on the title company, where they can actually do a virtual closing.
Right.
Done one of those yet, but that's where a lot of things are heading. And you talk about technology. This Zoom, we had a meeting, Zoom meeting with my wife's family in Columbia
Oh, okay.
it was my wife's birthday yesterday, and our 3-year anniversary, and it was cool. We had like 7-8 different people over the screen. It was like reminded me of the Brady Bunch theme song, Anyway, it was pretty cool. And anyway, it was about an hour long, and we were hoping to go visit, her family this summer, but now we're, obviously looking at postponing that, and hoping this will get by fast. My sister, a lot of my sisters are all laid off right now because of this, and hospitality. It's people aren't going to the hotels, people aren't flying, and definitely going to be seeing some new things.
Yep.
People I think are going to be wanting to get out. They're getting a little stir crazy, but what they're worried about is that everybody gets out, and then gets infected, and then we end up having a worse situation here, come after this summer. Hopefully people are smart and they still practice the social distancing, and we shall see.
Anyway, it was a nice chatting with you. Before we go ahead and promote, give you this time to promote your mortgage business if you can. Just tell people real briefly, who you are and what you can do and all that stuff before we close here. So take it away, Chad.
All right. Well, one last follow-up. I just, again, my name is Chad Sorci, SmartHouse Lending. Been doing mortgages a little over 25 years now. We're a wholesale mortgage broker business. True transparency on our rates. We let you pick your rate, your closing costs. And I like I said, I can shop around for you and get you the best deal. Plan on having, you be a repeat client, a customer, lifelong relationship. And that's what it's all about. We want you to be a part of the family, and I work hard for you night and day, and we close loans fast. So if you're needing help with refinancing your home, looking to get cash out for maybe debt consolidation, pay off some high interest rate credit cards, or need money for student loan debt or college tuition for the kids, anyhow, pay off your loan sooner, go to maybe a 10-year loan. There is a flex term loan we offer. So let's say you've had the mortgage for 5 years, we can do a 25-year loan for you. If you've had the loan for 2 years, we can do a 28-year loan. Just to see what makes sense for you and your overall spending budget. So it's a great time to refinance. It's a great time still to purchase a new home or an investment property. Be glad to help you out. 813-380-3081. We're here local here in Lake Mary. You can check out our website at smarthouselending.com. That's pretty much it. Thanks, Craig.
Thanks, Chad. Thanks for giving me the time to interview you, and I really appreciate it. And now I'm going to go out and share this webinar I can do it on YouTube. Make it be a great YouTube video. And also my Facebook. Do it as a Facebook video too. And but I appreciate it. There's people, like I said, you helped me out on some deals. Really worked your butt off to get the deal to go through, and people like that. They want to know that somebody's going to work for them, really do the deal on it. And before I close, I'm Craig Helm. I'm a Realtor with Charles Rutenberg Realty Orlando office. My number is 407-314-8919. And my email address is Craig, CRAIG, at CENFLAHOMES.com, centralfloridahomes.com. And again, thank you again, Chad, and talk to you probably some other time. Take care.
We'll talk soon. Thanks, Craig.
Yep, bye.